Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review over the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia. The reunion was okay. I will say that it met my expectations. I didn't go into this part one thinking it was going to be this reunion from the past. I didn't expect that. So, in a way, I guess because my expectations were not very high, my expectations were met. I don't know if that's good or bad. The set is absolutely gorgeous. The set is gorgeous. Whoever did that set, they did a great job. I'm not going to go over the fashions because we've already did an entire video over the fashions, but I will say this. I don't know why I'm trying to make myself like Candy's outfit. I'm really trying to make myself like Candy, Sugar Mama Bird, shout out to Erica outfit. Like, I don't know why I'm trying to make myself like this woman outfit, but I'm really trying. And it's like, I think what it is for me is Candy was given, the girls were given a theme. And Candy was the only one, and probably Marlo, were the only two that followed the theme, which was the dungeon, I guess, sexy, 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, so when you really think about it that way, it's like, okay, Candy really was the only person, as far as the housewives, that really followed the theme. I just don't think that it was executed properly. I just don't. Again, it's like I'm trying to give her a pass because I'm going to give Candy an A for effort. I'm going to leave Candy alone. I'm going to leave Candy alone. Candy, I don't like it. I don't like it. Girl, I've been trying to like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Maybe I think what it is, girl, I'm done. Candy, I don't like it. I thought you looked a mess. And that's all, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, but I still like you, Candy. I just thought you looked a mess. The first like 6 or 7 minutes of the reunion were nothing but pleasantries. Hey girl, how you doing? You gained some weight, I gained some weight too. Everybody gained the freshman 15. I think Kenya gained over 30 pounds. Portia gained 20. I think Candy said she gained 20, or did she say a number? I'm not exactly sure. I think Cynthia gained 20. Andy said he gained 10. Portia, says that when it comes to her dieting, that's when she becomes a baby vegan. Girl, just say you eat a salad. Girl, I'm so sick and tired of Girl, we got 15 clips of you either putting some fried alligator in your throat or a slab of baby back ribs. Like, girl. Portia, girl. Just say, girl, you eat a salad every now and again like the rest of us. You want to go on this whole lying spree. Girl, I'm a baby vegan. No, you ain't. Ain't nothing baby and vegan about you, girl. Anyways, girl, so now they start to get down to the mess. Why doesn't Kenya support Portia in her journey? That was a question, or something like that. Listen, we've already talked about this. Portia decided to go live a week or two ago, I believe, to address this article that was written, and people basically, Kenya saying what she said. Now, I guess the mess getting out that Portia and I guess some of the girls were upset that Candy took care of some business to get more black people at the table and didn't include them. X, Y, Z. Girl, go read go listen to the live Portia did. Go read the article from Vulture. And also watch my video. Hello, Rodney the Voice. But anyways, girl, so this is what it comes down to with this whole Portia and Kenya stuff, right? I'll say this for Kenya. I can see how some people are wondering why Kenya is so pressed about being included in things that Portia has going on, when the truth is, you think Portia is a fraud, just like me. Now, let me say this. Listen to me good. I know the Portia sayings, they head spinning and shit. Whenever we start talking about Kenya, girl, y'all eyes start rolling in the back of y'all head, girl. Y'all have saliva coming out. Kenya, he mentioned Kenya. Girl, y'all calm down. Girl, y'all girls be going in on girl. That's fine, but y'all girls be losing sleep over Miss Kenya, girl. Anyway, but this is the thing. So I can understand why people will look at Kenya like, girl, you don't even fool with a Portia like that. So why would you even care about being included in anything that she does? Like when Lauren, Lauren never invited her, but Cynthia asked could she be her +1, and Lauren told Cynthia okay. Then she came back and was like, no, she can't. I don't think it's a good idea that she comes. And Kenya got mad. And then even with the PSA, it's kind of like, girl, you don't even fool with Portia. But then it's kind of like, Portia, if you are saying that what you're doing is bigger than you or Kenya or the beef that you may have, then you should put that to the side. See, this is what Portia's trying to do. Portia's trying to use this talking point of, oh, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. But then, girl, why didn't you invite her to the PSA? You see what I'm saying? Instead of Portia just saying, I don't fool with Kenya like that, and she doesn't fool with me like that. I really never know how our relationship is, and I didn't want to invite her to something that I was having because I didn't want things to go left. She could have easily said something like that, but she keeps saying it's bigger than me, it's bigger than us, but then you backdoor and you say, yeah, but I'm not going to invite you to the PSA. Instead of just saying, girl, I don't fuck with that bitch like that, and she don't fuck with me, and I don't want her in my space. Just say that, it will make more sense. And then just leave it alone. And I think that's what part of what Kenya is trying to say. You're saying that it's bigger than the individual, but girl, you also will say, like she said, Portia said this out of her mouth, oh, that was just being petty when they brought up the whole PSA. Go back and watch it, that's what she said. So you're being petty, but then you want us to take you seriously when it comes to you putting all the bullshit to the side for a bigger cause. Portia, which one is it, baby? I'm not gonna lie. When Portia said, why you talking from the curb? What have you done in the streets? I'm not gonna lie, girl. I screamed when she told Kenya that. I said, okay, girl. Kenya, she coming for you, girl. Kenya says, don't question my activism. Well, Kenya, that's not how it works. You question her, she can question yours. Even though you think that Portia's full of shit, and I do too, you still question her activism so she can question yours back. I think that both things can exist at the same time. I think that Kenya said that she's proud of what Portia's doing. See, this is the thing, right? I can say that I think Portia is full of shit, which I do. But I can also say in the same breath, it does not take away from the fact that she is in the streets. You see what I'm saying? That she is putting in the work. I can sit here and say all day long that she only doing it because of these Bravo cameras. She only doing it for a storyline, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that she is indeed doing the work. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to say I think that both things can exist at the same time. I think that you can acknowledge what Portia is doing and also say, girl, she doing it because of this, but girl, she doing it anyways. Did I forget something? Okay. Her and Dennis transitioning into a family. Girl, I don't know. Whenever y'all start talking about that, whenever y'all start talking about you and your ex-man or ex-woman is a family, and it's like, girl, I mean, I guess. Let me shut up. I don't want to piss none of y'all off. Girl, Will and Jada and Sheree and all of them, they one big happy family. So, girl, that's probably what Portia going for, too. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Kenya has sole custody of Brooklyn. The reason why she said that she was mad at LaToya and not at Kandi was because she felt as though even though Kandi was discussing her business, it was in front of people who she considered friends. Like her and Don Juan are friends. I forgot who else was sitting at the table. But for LaToya to say that in front of these girls who she know don't like her, bitch, that's a whole nother, that's a different situation. And I can get with that. Because at first, even I was side-eyeing Candy like, bitch, you really gonna sit here at this table and basically tell Kenya's business? But, I mean, I guess if it's in front of the friends, I guess. I don't know. I would probably still be kind of pissed off because at the end of the day, like, the way that I saw it on TV was like, LaToya didn't want to say nothing, and Candy went on and said it. That's from what I remember. Like, Toya was just kind of like, oh yeah, she told me. And then Candy was just like, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z. And then Toya was like, oh yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, girl, you really told something that you didn't know LaToya knew. And she probably didn't want LaToya to know because, let's just keep it honest, she just met the bitch last week. Girl. Kenya says that Mark fights her about Brooklyn being on the show. Now, I guess because Kenya has won sole custody of Brooklyn, I guess that she gets to make the final decision, or the decision period, on whether or not Brooklyn's face won't be blurred out on the show, which I think is fucked up, because at the end of the goddamn day, Mark, like, I hate when these, now I'm gonna say, this is what I want to say about LaToya too. I don't know anything about LaToya and Adam. Let me just say, I say that every time I talk about them because I don't. I don't know shit about LaToya, but what LaToya has shown me on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I went to Adam's Instagram page. I don't understand why Adam wouldn't sign off, and I'm getting ahead of myself. You know, I talked about this in the, she said this in when she did the Candy Speak on it. The reason why, I'm gonna go ahead and say this because I'm gonna probably forget it. The reason why LaToya did not get a peach was not because it was this competition between her and Drew. So Drew wanted to sit here and call her petty peachless, when the truth of the matter is the only reason why she didn't get a peach was because Adam wouldn't sign off on the kids being on the show. That's really, from what I understood and from what I remember, the only reason why LaToya really didn't get a peach, you really don't know if you're gonna get a peach, but that was the one that was like, okay, girl, she definitely not gonna get it because we can't even see her family life because her husband won't even sign off on the kids being on the show, which I think is so fucked up, because what's the difference between the kids being on the show and, girl, more than likely we just gonna see them playing, you know what I'm saying, versus you having your kids plastered all over your Instagram page. Like, I really don't know what the big difference is. Now I can see, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. I could see if you was forcing your kid to sit at a motherfucking table in front of a camera and try to forge this relationship with this person who he done told you he didn't want a relationship with. Now that would be something different. We're gonna get into that a little bit. Just hold on. Anyways, so Andy asks Kenya, tells Kenya basically Portia and Dennis's situation, is that something that you would want to like shadow, basically, because they have like a good co-parenting relationship, their communication is open, and Kenya hits Andy with the, oh, well, I'm married. Girl, I hate. Girl, quiet as it's kept, regardless if you married or not. And I know you're not gonna take no advice from Portia. Girl, I know you're not, but at the end of the day, like, regardless if you married or not, Kenya, like, it don't matter. Like, co-parenting is co-parenting. Like, good communication is good communication. You know, maybe it comes down to the nigga who you communicating with is just a fuck nigga. However, with that being said, Portia, why you sitting your ass in the corner talking about that don't make no sense? Girl, I'm sure half of y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and y'all can get mad all y'all want to. One thing that we know for sure is that when women want to start playing dirty and throwing shit in your face, it's either you ain't got no man, you can't keep no man, or bitch, you ain't even got no husband, so you can't tell me shit. Right? And that's basically what Kenya low-key tried to pull, the, oh, well, I'm married. Girl, it don't matter. To me, it don't. Good communication is good communication. Good co-parenting is good co-parenting, regardless if you're on the verge of a divorce, in the middle of a divorce, or about to get a divorce. Girl, it don't matter. You can take advice from somebody, even though they may not be married, may not be married on how their co-parenting is working for them. But anyways, girl, let me shut up. Mark ain't shit. I hated that Kenya was on TV looking like a fool. Ooh, I hate when she looked like that. Y'all know I love Miss Kenya, but I hate when Kenya get on TV looking like a fool over Mark, because I think what it is I know that it gives the girls who hate Kenya like the girl, we got that bitch. But the truth of the matter is, I guess she ain't the only one on TV looking dumb over a nigga. Right? Because some niggas had them in therapy, aka. Let me shut up. Let me live. Look at Drew's husband. He done disappeared for 3 days. Anyways, let me shut up. All right, let's go on. So, Kenya's relationship with her mother. A viewer asks, basically, did Kenya's relationship with her mother have anything to do with, I guess, her getting in toxic relationships? And she says that it does. This is the thing that I don't like. While yes, I acknowledge that, and I know for a fact that things that happen in your childhood can definitely, unfortunately, play a role in how you're shaped as an adult, right? Or even things as an adult can still fuck up you. But we know that some relationships or a lack of relationship with a parent or a guardian can fuck you up. But I don't like how people try to like put Kenya in this box of, girl, you fucked up because of your mama, but then y'all give the other girls a pass. Because we could say the reason why Marlo was allegedly selling pussy once upon a time not long ago was because she didn't have no relationship with her mama. We could say the reason why Nene Leakes ended up on the pole was because she didn't have a relationship with her mama. We could say that Portia ended up marrying a man because she wanted to be a kept woman so bad, who allegedly was sucking dick in the park, then had a baby by a nigga who got tattoos of half of the bitches and Bankhead, Buckhead, and Decatur on his thigh, back, and shoulder. Right? Because she got daddy issues. But we always make it about, because we're going to forget about the other girls and they lack of relationship with the parent. But we just going to concentrate on Kenya and her fucked up mama. And I'm the first one to say I think Kenya mama is fucked up, and I think her family is fucked up too. You know, I don't trust that Kenya Moore family. Drew says that she didn't talk about Kenya's marriage. I'm not going to play this game. We all know that, at least for the first half of the season, that Drew stayed in the confessional talking about Kenya's relationship, Kenya's marriage. We know that for a fact. Girl, you didn't see Kenya make that comment about you being a, what was the word? I forgot the word she used. So I was about to say slut, not slut. Why are you strays? That's the word she used. You did not see Kenya call you a stray until you watched the fucking episode, because she didn't say that. She said that in her confessional. So, girl, that don't have nothing to do with you getting in every confessional talking about her relationship with her husband. It doesn't. Dre. See, I'm thinking about Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. How Nicole Young got her foot on Dr. Dre's neck. Drew full of shit. You talked about Kenya's marriage based off of shit that you saw on television last year. Let's just keep it all the way 100. Because the stuff that Kenya told, the stuff that you were saying about Kenya's marriage was nothing that came out of her mouth to you. It was stuff that you saw on television, and you used it against her, and then you wonder why she didn't open up to you about her bitch, I just had a point. Bitch, I just thought about something. Hold up. Girl, my thing is somewhere. I hope I can remember, girl. Look at my pen. My pen just broke. Shit, now I remember something. Okay. I need to hurry up before I forget that. So Kenya. In the costume. Andy asked Kenya about the costume and what has she learned. Let me tell you something about Kenya Moore. Baby, Kenya Moore gonna give you an answer. That's why y'all girls really can't take Kenya. Y'all can't take Kenya because Kenya gonna have an answer. Girl, y'all keep forgetting Miss. Girl, y'all keep forgetting Miss. Y'all be forgetting that Kenya is Miss USA. Kenya answer questions just like that. Like, girl, this is a whole beauty queen. Girl, you don't think Kenya gonna have an answer for your ass? Girl, Kenya answered the questions in detail to the point where you don't even have a follow-up. You can't even ask her a follow-up because she just explained everything. And that's exactly what she did. Then Portia says, and I have to agree with Portia to a certain point, that it is kind of old that we do keep bringing up Portia and the fact that she said that the slaves was, standing at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop waiting for the 153 to pass by. Girl, we bring it up. However, this is where I'm just like, I felt like Portia kind of should have stayed out of this one, because the truth is, your BFF Monique, we've seen her dressed up as Indian tribal wear. We've seen Drew, you dressed up at a Halloween party. Even Candy, you heard Candy say, bitch, you lying. She didn't say bitch, but she called her a liar. Girl, it said hashtag Halloween, right? We've seen pictures of Lauren online. So it's like y'all are trying to come at Kenya like, oh, bitch, you wrong. It's whack. But girl, your sister is doing the same thing. Your BFF in Potomac is doing the same thing. Girl, Chicago, Miss Chi-Town sitting beside you, she's doing the same thing and then lying and saying that it was at a family reunion knowing damn well it was Halloween. We've seen the pictures. So it's just kind of like, while I get what Portia is trying to say about, no, I don't. Let me stop. I think I'm just trying to give Portia something. I really don't. Because at the end of the goddamn day, this is when it comes to comedy. I really be trying to give Portia something. But she just gonna give you nothing to work with. And she don't. The truth of the goddamn matter, Portia, you not knowing, Hosea Williams' granddaughter not knowing that the bus stops was not actually waiting on the train. Girl. And as ignorant and as wrong as it is, we should not use someone's culture as a costume. There are plenty of other people out there who have dressed. I'm not saying it's right. It's wrong. It's wrong. But girl, for you to try to take this as a teaching moment of, oh, well, you said you want people to forgive you and you want people to understand you. Girl, that's not what Kenya said. The truth of the matter is, Andy asked her a question. And she answered the question. And you tried to flip this into, oh, now you won't understand. And no, bitch, quiet as it's kept. I really don't give a fuck. But girl, this is what happens when things like this happen. Andy asks these questions to see what have you learned. It's kind of like with Monique. Even though we know Monique was probably going to come back if she wanted to. But it's kind of like when Andy sits here and he says, so girl, let me ask y'all a question. How y'all feel about... Girl, let me shut up because I already know how y'all feel. But it's kind of like when I ask you, so how do you feel about XYZ? You just kind of sit there like, girl, it is what it is. Andy really does this to just try to kind of like let you redeem yourself. Like, okay, girl, this is your time to try to redeem yourself so you don't look like a complete asshole or a complete bitch, right? But when it's just kind of like, girl, it is what it is, whatever. It's kind of like, girl, that's all you got to say. Girl. So if Kenya would have sat up there and had that same attitude like Monique had, well, girl, it is what it is, girl, whatever. Girl, y'all would have been like, bitch, like, girl, I'ma just say it and y'all can get mad all y'all want to. Y'all bitches wasn't really mad because Kenya had on a goddamn Indian costume. Y'all was just pissed off because Kenya had did something and y'all could probably nail her to the cross. Y'all didn't give a fuck about that woman having on no goddamn Indian costume. You didn't. The same way you didn't give a fuck about Lauren, Monique, or goddamn Drew Sidora. AKA Chi-Town. Anyways, so Chicago and Tampa, it's their turn. Let me just say this, and y'all can take this how y'all want to take it. One thing that I have noticed that people do a lot is whenever you say something that could attack their parenting or attack their motherhood or fatherhood or whatever. I have noticed this with a lot of people who have kids. They will flip it into, oh, you're talking about my kids. Bitch, I ain't said nothing about your kids. I was talking about you as a parent. So when Drew starts his whole, oh, you retweeted something and you attacked my son, the tweet was this. This conversation with Drew's son is so cringy. ... Let that baby go play Minecraft or something. #RHOA. That was the tweet that Kenya retweeted. Now, the truth is, the majority, if not all people online in the comment section were on the same page about Josiah in this scene with Ralph and Ricky, that's his name, Ronnie, I don't know, the baby daddy, and Drew. It was cringy as fuck. It was cringy as fuck. It was weird as fuck. Clearly, y'all are forcing this child to sit here and have this conversation. In my honest opinion, I think this is where I think you should draw the line. Yes, your kids can be included on the show, but when it has to do with things like Dr. Heavenly calling your daughter on TV, asking if she started her period, out of fucking line. When it comes to Candy, basically low-key forcing Riley to talk about Block, now Riley on TV crying. Leave it alone, out of fucking line. We saw Candy didn't make Riley talk about Block no more until Riley brought it up. Hello? So I think that at some point, leave those kids out of it. It's not the same thing as Kenya being a grown-ass woman making the decision to go knock on her mama's door. That's not the same thing. It was cringy as fuck. Yes, I'm questioning you on why you got this little boy sitting in front of this goddamn camera in front of for the whole world to see, and he don't want to be here. Yes, go let him play a game. That's not talking about your son. That's talking about your parenting. It's a difference. Hello? It's a difference. But you use your son, y'all use y'all children when people question your parenting to say, oh, X, Y, and Z. Now, if you wanted to say, bitch, you should be the last person to try to question somebody's parenting because you have a child now, it would have been different if Drew would have took that angle out of it. Okay. But girl, you didn't. You tried to use, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so, and then on top of that, it's just like, you're the same person who kept bringing up Brooklyn on camera, knowing that Kenya could talk about Brooklyn. So Kenya could easily say, "Well, you talk." If Kenya said, "Well, you talking about my daughter," and I told you not to talk about my daughter, I thought I heard something. Kenya said, Kenya could easily say, "You talked about my daughter." You see what I'm saying? It would be like, okay, Kara, did she really talk about your daughter? Or was she just trying to get underneath your skin? Anyways, girl. So Kenya says that it was a family thing and that it should have been kept in private. I think so too. Again, you can't use Kenya was a grown-ass woman making a decision. That's what Kenya was doing when she went and knocked on her mama's door. That's not what happened in this situation. They're forcing that boy to be on camera, and clearly he doesn't want to be. As you can see, even at the dinner at the house, he was like, "Okay, are we done? Can I go now?" Girl, clearly these kids, like, that's why y'all kids gonna be the reason why the reason why y'all kids gonna be in therapy. Okay. Kenya said, "My opinion does not change. I don't blame her." Kenya, Drew, out of everyone here, you know better. You know better. Out of everyone here. Scene, cut. Okay, Okay, girl, give her the BET Award for Best Actress, girl. She doing a lot. Girl, I wasn't buying it. I'm sorry. Maybe I might be a mean bitch like Kenya. I wasn't fucking buying it. I wasn't buying it. I was not buying it. Girl, I would have been sitting there like, girl, is she done? Is this bitch done? Okay, can we go to the next question? Because I don't know what y'all want me to say. Because I didn't talk about her child. I never said nothing about that girl's child. Look, I didn't retweet anything about that girl's child. In a negative way. And what with the way she's trying to put it. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so Ralph said he had receipts from the restaurants and hotels, blah, blah, blah. Girl, they said that shit was fake. That was a fake storyline for Drew to get on the show in the first place. I don't know, girl. Drew, y'all know I'm not here for Miss Drew. I'm not here for Miss Drew. I'm done. What else? What else is going on? You ain't gonna lie, I did scream when Andy asked a question and then he said, Kenya, we got your question. We just changed your name to Mozzie from Girl, I'm not gonna lie, I screamed. So of course they bring oh girl. Now Kenya want Ralph. Candy said, girl, you didn't say nothing. Basically, you didn't say nothing when my aunt was basically up on your man. We know why y'all, we know what the real tea is, girl. She can't beef with your aunt, and the truth of the matter is your aunt don't look like Kenya at this point in her life. She probably, I'm sure, I know it was bad as hell when she was, 50 and 40 and 30. Hello? This is the thing, right? We can talk about Mark and his nose ring. So it's like, this is what I think people have come to an agreement on. Like, it's okay to talk about someone if it's negative, like the husbands, right? Like, we'll talk about Mark and his nose ring. But if you say that, oh, he's cute, it's a problem. Like, why do y'all think that? I don't know. I just think it's weird. I think it's weird that all of a sudden that because people get married or because you're married, that all of a sudden, bitch, your ass turned into Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. Bitch, I can see. Ralph is a nice looking man. He's cute. He's handsome. Girl, he fine. Apollo fine. That's all it is. Girl, that's it. That's it. But of course, Drew makes it into something that it's not, girl. Drew, don't nobody want Ralph except for you. Nobody. And that bitch he was fucking with in Tampa. Period. Y'all see my messiness starting to come back? I'm starting to get my flow back. Y'all, bitch, when I tell y'all, bitch, I have not been feeling good, girl. I'm starting to feel a whole lot better, girl. It was so bad yesterday. My mama birthday is this week, but she went to Galveston for the weekend. Just her and just a couple of my family members. And girl, I didn't even go. That's how bad I felt. I was like, girl, I'm not going. Like, girl, all I could do was just lay in my bed. I was like, I just want to lay in my bed. That's it. Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all too much about. Girl, it's been to the point, y'all. Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all my business, bitch. When I tell y'all, I have been laying my nasty ass in my bed for about 3 or 4 days and washing my ass. Girl, that's how horrible I felt. Like, I was trying to get up and make videos. I couldn't. Girl, the video I made the other day, bitch, I barely made it through that one, girl. My back was killing me. My chest was killing me, girl. It's still a little something right here. It's still a little something in the back. But, girl, it's not like it was 2 days ago, and it wasn't like it was yesterday. Right now, I'm like, okay, girl, I'm starting to get, better. But I'm still going to go to the doctor next week because I really just need to get a full girl, I need you to just get me naked and just, girl, check my balls, girl, check my cheeks, girl, open my mouth. I need y'all to draw blood. I need y'all to just do me I need a whole makeover. Anyways, y'all, so after this, I'm going to wash my ass for real because I go to work tomorrow. And yeah, but yeah, I ain't wash my ass. I barely been brushing my teeth, girl. I'm tired. I've been tired. Y'all don't even understand what I've been going through, bitch. Y'all know grown men. Y'all know how we get, girl. When grown men, when we don't feel good, we start acting like babies and shit, girl. We act like we about to die, girl. And the truth of the matter is, I wasn't about to die. I didn't feel like I was about to die, but anytime well, for me, like, when it's your chest and your back, like, especially your chest, girl, your heart is, y'all know your heart is right here, right? Girl, so, girl, it is. When y'all start feeling shit up here, I'm like, it's one thing when my back hurt. It's kind of like, okay, girl, when the pain travels from my back up to here, girl, that's where my heart at. We're not gonna play with that. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctor on Tuesday. I'm going to the doctor on Tuesday. So anyways, so here we go with the Kenya Moore whore again. They bringing up Phaedra and Apollo. Why the fuck y'all bringing up Phaedra and Apollo? Okay, anyways. So LaToya comes out. LaToya came out and got the motherfucking party started. Let me tell y'all something. We have a love-hate relationship with LaToya, right? LaToya's starting to grow on me. LaToya not that bad. I think LaToya is a wild card. I think LaToya is the type of person where you don't know what she's going to do, what she going to say. LaToya is the young, fun. Like, when you think of niece, LaToya is what you think of. Like, LaToya is the definition of a niece, right? Like, just, girl, I don't know. Bitch, after one drink, that's her limit. Because after, girl, 1.5, baby, she'll have you in the club fighting, and it's just a mess. But LaToya come out. LaToya looks absolutely gorgeous. She called Drew SpongeBob. She called Drew SpongeBob. I don't know what was going on with this vitamin C. I felt like what it was LaToya was basically on some, these bitches is fucking with me. Like, that's why she called Kenya, like, this bitch just sent some vitamin C to my room. And it's kind of like, girl, it's not that big of a deal, but I guess when it's coming from somebody who you don't like, you know that person is fucking with you. And then Drew is sitting there like, and then she says that the girl that was there wasn't supposed to be there. Girl, so you mean to tell me like the Bravo people just let a bitch in, a random bitch in, that you didn't approve? Like, Drew, you lying? God! Drew, you lying, girl. So it's like, she says that they kicked the girl, they told the girl to go home or something like that. Drew was lying. I do think that LaToya was probably blowing it out of proportion a little bit, but I also know that you know when somebody is fucking with you too. And that's what LaToya is probably like, this bitch is fucking with me. Like, I'm over here, I can't breathe, my chest hurt, and now this motherfucker from the other side is barging into my room with some vitamin C talking about this is from Drew and Ralph, or whatever. Girl, when she said she feeling herself, since she not wearing... She said Drew was wearing costumes this whole season. Bitch, what I say, baby, LaToya was on Drew ass. I was screaming. Now, that point, when LaToya came out, Miss LaToya got the motherfucking reunion started. Hello? Miss LaToya came out motherfucking on guns a-blazing. Yeah, I say yes, sir. This is the type of mess I like, girl. Come out motherfucking swinging. I don't like that bitch, and she don't like me. Fuck the pleasantries. Hey, Andy, fuck you, bitch, SpongeBob. Hello, that's the type of shit I'm on. Hello? Get this motherfucking reunion started. All right, y'all, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm about to post this video. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.